What's going on, guys? Chameleon here. Today I'm going to show you the best class setup for one of the best SMGs in the game, the Bullfrog. Everyone's been running around with the MAC-10 or the MP5, but the Bullfrog can definitely hold its own, especially if you can land those headshots. It's the Bison 2.0 or the big brother to the Bison, but just about better in every way within Warzone. One of those areas being its rate of fire. It fires 751 rounds per minute, which is just the boost it needed to become part of the meta. And with this class setup I'm about to show you, you guys are going to shred through your enemies. What do you guys think is the best gun in Warzone right now? Leave me a comment below. But real quick, before we start, please smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel with the notification bell on, and here we go, let's do this. First up, we have the muzzle. You want to set this to the GRU suppressor. This is the equivalent of the monolithic suppressor, which is what everyone runs on their Modern Warfare weapons in Warzone. The GRU suppressor will give you sound suppression to silence your weapon, a 10% increase in damage range, and a secret recoil buff that I'll explain more about shortly. So the sound suppression is super important for Warzone because if you don't have a silenced weapon, then every time you shoot, you'll appear on enemy radars, and that'll lead you to a lot of trouble. But using the suppressor will keep your gun silenced and help you avoid all of that. The increase in damage range is also important. This muzzle has the most damage range out of all the muzzles, so you'll be able to shoot people from further away. Now let's talk about the secret recoil buff. This isn't listed anywhere in the description. However, using this muzzle will reduce your vertical recoil by 10%. I'm not sure if this was by mistake or intentional, but if I had to guess, probably by mistake because of how many things have been broken since the integration. Either way, that's what it does at this time. So using the GRU muzzle is an absolute no-brainer because you get 3 solid benefits from it at the cost of aim walking steadiness and changing your ADS speed from its base speed of 200 milliseconds to 217 milliseconds, which is not a problem at all. Next up, we have the barrel. You want to set this to the task force barrel. This will give you a 50% increase in range, an increase in effective damage range, and an 80% increase in bullet velocity. It says it hurts your recoil both horizontally and vertically, but that's not true at all. It has zero negative impact on those. As of now, this is the best barrel for most SMGs. I've seen some people try to run some different barrels, such as the Liberator here, for example, due to the higher bullet velocity at 100% of an increase, but then you're missing out on the range modifier, and you're not trying to challenge people that far with the SMG anyways, so the task force is another no-brainer. Next, for the underbarrel, you want to set this to the Spetsnaz grip. This will reduce both your horizontal recoil and your vertical recoil by 10%. It says we lose shooting movement speed, but there's actually no penalty for using this attachment. It's a pure bonus attachment. Another option you could consider is the Bruiser grip. It says it'll help with melee quickness, but that's actually a lie. The attachment is broken right now and will actually reduce your vertical recoil by 13%. You won't get any horizontal recoil help here, so I recommend trying both of these barrels out and see which recoil pattern you can handle better. Personally, I like the more balanced approach, so I go with the 10 and 10 of the Spetsnaz grip. For the ammo, you want to set this to the 65 round mag. The default mag has 50 rounds in it, and when you add on the 65 round mag, even though it says it has a con of reload quickness, there actually isn't any penalty, which is why people stay away from the 65 round speed mag. That has an ADS penalty of 29 milliseconds, and since the other option still has 65 rounds anyways, reloading won't be an issue with this gun. You'll have plenty of ammo. I would also stay away from the 85 round mag for the exact same reason. You don't need to deal with those penalties because 65 rounds is perfect. Lastly, for the laser, you want to set this to the GRU 5mW laser sight. This will increase your hipfire accuracy by 65% with only an 8 millisecond penalty for ADS. Meanwhile, the Ember Point increases by 53% with a 13 millisecond ADS penalty, making the 5mW laser the better option. The steady aim laser isn't bad either. It'll give you a 34% increase in hipfire accuracy with no ADS penalty. But the 65% increase from the 5mW laser with barely an ADS penalty is just too good to not take advantage of, making it the clear-cut best choice here. The iron sights of the Bullfrog aren't exactly my favorite for an SMG, however they're not too bad either. Some people might prefer to use an optic instead, and if you don't care about hip firing much, you could drop the laser for a low zoom optic like a quick dot or a microflex to avoid any ADS penalty. As for the rear grips, stay away from these. Each day we're learning more and more about the Cold War weapons and the attachments, and one thing we learned is how bad the rear grips actually are. They barely increase your ADS, hurt your sprint to fire time, and your tactical sprint to fire time as well, with the exception of maybe the speed tape. That has no penalty, but it only has such a small tiny ADS increase that it's not worth using. As for the stocks, if you're not running a laser or an optic, you could go with the wire stock to help with the sprint to fire times. The base sprint to fire speed is 117 milliseconds, and the tactical sprint to fire speed is 217 milliseconds. The wire stock will boost this to 100 milliseconds and 192 milliseconds, or you could even run the no stock for a bigger boost, so it would be 83 milliseconds and 150 milliseconds. But this will decrease your hipfire accuracy by 22%, so you gotta pick what works best for you and your playstyle. My final thoughts on this gun is that it's definitely a great SMG, however you need to be able to land headshots with this gun. That's where the Bullfrog will really shine, because its TTK for body shots is lower than that of the Mac 10 and the MP5, but if you can hit those headshots, you'll be able to win those fights. The good thing is there's lots of ammo on it as well, so you can unload rounds more generously, and it has low recoil, making it very easy to use. But that about wraps it up for this video. If this was helpful to you or you just enjoyed it, please smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel with the notification bell on, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. He's coming in.
Oh my god, how?
Chance to redeploy.
The flip, man. Oh, it's 64 clip, man.
Yeah, that thing is clutch.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that good.
He's like, what are you doing?
One more. To your, yep. He's circling around you. I think he's above you. He's like right.
I got him.
Why is he finishing, bro? Why are you finishing?
See an explosion.
Where is he?
Whoa, oh.
Oh my god, where was he?
Dude, this guy's a rat.
Car's driving away. Now the guy got into a Bertha.
He's dead.
One down.
Down.
Nice. Great. Great
Down.
hope.
Okay, Chameleon, you don't care about nobody.
I'm gonna go up top. Nice. That's team white.
Behind the door.
I don't care.
That's unreal.
Yes, I don't care,
bitch.
I got the. I think it's the most wanted completed.
I got another one over there.
Good.
Nice job. Nice
Oh, it's
job.
1v1.
Yeah, 1v1.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Good.
Yo!
No!
He screamed.
I see that. I got him. Oh, push up.
That's a win.
Nice, dude.
go.
That works so perfectly.
How did you get up there?
Dead.
On left side. Shit I've ever seen.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Like the roof.
I got an armor up.
Oh, this is on me.
He's down.
Nice. Good down.
One down.
Rushing around.
He's down.
You're safe. You lost
Nice.
Oh, let's go.
Going for loading. There's still two more.
Dead.
Direct fire.
Fire station.
12 meters.
Nice. He's cracked. What? Yo, he's one shot. Please.
Dead.
Nice. Sorry, that was me. Yeah.
Oh shit, someone's here.
Ah, boy. Two of them down here. What?
Gas is inbound.
Nice. Oh, just go left, I guess. I have no. Oh, what? Who's this guy? Oh, dude, where's my? Try hard.
You got him.
Fucking tryhards.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, good job.
Right up top.
Yeah, only one guy made it to the roof. The other guys missed the roof. They tried to parachute off to hit line.
No, I'm coming. I'm fast as he's got a grenade launcher.
He's down.
Your teammate.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Play. One behind us. Oh my god.
Bertha.
literally walked right into
here.
this idiot.
He's broken. He's behind you. He's plating up. He's in the shack.
Another guy pushing you.
In the shack. In the shack.
One's by the tractor. One's by the tractor.
One more.
I got this.
In the shack. He's in the shack. Yeah. You guys got him. Just pinch him from both sides. There you go. Good. Shit.
Good. Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Dead.
Yeah, red mask. Yeah.
You are still alive. Stand up.
There's a guy on green.
Clean kill.
Nice.
Oh, whoa! Someone's down here. Woo!
One's dead.
One by IHOP.
Sustaining hits.
There's 4 on the other side. That's a good drop shot to count the drop shot.
He's alone.
Where is he?
On you.
He's coming at you. Nice. Came
Yeah,
down.
right in front.
Knock that shit off.
Building top people on it.
I'm watching Conjure from here.
Oh. Down inside. Dead.
Got you.
Good kill.
I saw.
They're on the other side of this.
He used the buy.
Right here. They're coming in.
Hold on,
I couldn't
More,
close
finish
it.
him.
Anybody?
People
Somebody
upstairs.
running to that
People
buy.
top. People
One
on
behind
the
us,
roof.
one behind us. I got him.
Down.
People on the roof.
Yeah, he's behind us, 17 meters.
Oh,
2
he's in
people.
here, where I am.
Chameleon coming to you. Coming to you.
Big brain, high IQ play right there.
Well done.
Nice. He said, where you at? Alright, I'm gonna have to just meet you in the running quarter. Oh shoot.
Nice job, dude.
Moving over here.
Alright, you painted that body.
There you go.